Wait, so does it show us the?
Oh. I think we're live.
Incarceration days, now we got the reins. Hold tight, stronger every day, more with the light. Breakdowns and breakthroughs.
Get back on.
Say it loud. Episodes of strength.
Get back on stage.
Let 'em know. Together we're united like a family through. Come on, tune in for the light.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Domestic violence, yeah. We
I love this song. Okay, hi everybody.
You're welcome for that song.
We are, let's see. Hello, Meredith. Meredith is here. We've got Diane here. Hello. Thank you, ladies, for popping in. Dee's been playing with some music, if you can't tell. We're jamming. Yeah.
Da, 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 da. We need a little theme song, something catchy.
Renee is here. Hello, Renee.
Diane, hello.
Thank you. Hey, we just wanted to check in with everybody. We just called each other this morning. We're like, you know what? We should just hop on for at least a little bit tonight and say hi to everybody. And we just want to know how you guys are all doing tonight. Really, we don't have a specific topic in mind or anything. We just want to check in with everybody.
Yeah, we want to see how your week is going. If we had any struggles, if we had any positive little snippets of the week. Rachel, what's up, girl?
Rachel in here.
Barbara.
Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yeah, we also just wanted to talk about what we're going to do Thursday too, but we're just checking in with everybody, seeing how everybody's doing, our highlights of the week. Did we set some goals? Did we do some positive things? Did we do anything we're proud of?
Yes, we want to hear the wins.
I know you've been working.
Yes, it's been a really busy week. It's been really busy. I work at a surgery center. I'm a surgical technician. So basically, I work at a cataract. Well, it's not just a cataract center, but it's eye surgery. We do mostly the front part of the eye. So like in front of your iris, basically. And then glaucoma procedures. And it's been busy. We're getting ready one of our surgeons is leaving. So, yeah, it's just been crazy. They're trying to get everything in while they can. So it's been a really crazy week in that way.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
I emailed you too, Laura. Check your email. In the middle of budgeting for
What? Diane, yeah, what is FY26? I don't know what that is. Crunching numbers.
Like I knew. Yeah, no. Math is not my thing. I can add, subtract, multiply, divide. That's about it.
You're ahead of me. No.
She's all I know how to
add. Laura May said she hasn't checked yet today. Oh, the fiscal year. It's the fiscal year. See, you're the real MVP, Diane. The world couldn't function without that. The fiscal year, that's like taxes, babe.
Oh.
I think.
Can we just say
correct
taxes?
Me if I'm wrong, Diane.
Can we just say taxes, Diane? Don't be coming on here making me feel down.
All righty. Lupita. Okay. Renee may be the reason I subbed. Was wondering why I got the notification. Well, we're glad that you're here. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Hang around and
like I would not deal with eyes, feet, mouths. I'm like, I agree with that. Eyes do freak me out. Do you know I can't even put eye drops in my eyes? Now I'll put on the big lashes, but I will not be putting anything in my eyes.
This is Kiwi, everybody.
Yes,
she's my kitty. And she likes
attached to their eyes.
She likes belly rubs.
I know Kiwi's freaking.
She's a little baby. Oh, Renee said, let's see. Oh, did you read that already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel, yeah.
Eyes freak me out. You know what, Renee? I would normally agree. There's a lot of things that like give me the heebie-jeebies like that, but eye surgery is just so cool. Once you get to know like what you're doing and why you're doing it, and truly, I mean, most of what we do is cataract surgery. So the majority of our population, patient population, I would say, is about 60 plus. We definitely, there's different circumstances. But so really we're helping people have better vision, and it's just really cool. I get to do the post-op calls. And so I get to check in with the patients 1 week after their surgery and just make sure they don't have any questions or concerns. And they're always like, thank you so much. I didn't realize how much of my color I'd lost in my vision, or all kinds of stuff. And I just get to kind of chat with them for a minute. And I really enjoy that. So that's my day tomorrow. I get to do my post-op calls. So I'm pretty excited.
Do you have any, like crazy stories from the clinic?
Oh gosh. Honestly, I mean, yeah,
Hi,
there was.
Reese.
Oh, Reese is here.
Reese
Hello.
back. Hello, hello. We're just doing a
Um,
check-in. We want to hear about everybody's week, so drop it in
Yes.
the chat.
yes. Any wins, anything you learned? You know what, you guys, today at work, somebody wrote on, like, you know, how sometimes your barista will write something on your coffee. One of my coworkers brought a coffee, and I was going to get a drink of mine because we're all kind of in the same break room. And on it, somebody wrote, cats have over 400 vocal cords. Now, I haven't like fact checked this yet, but I was shook.
How many vocal cords do we have?
I don't know. Should we Google it really quick?
Yeah, ChatGPT that.
Let's see.
I feel like ChatGPT is way better than Google. I always be ChatGPT and no. ChatGPT. I always say GPT. Weenie.
Let's see. Oh, humans have two. It
Oh,
says humans have two. Oh, yeah, Meredith. Meredith came through with the answer. Ooh, Renee said seeing a prosthetic eye out is so wild. You know what? I would agree with that. I've never seen it personally. But
I have a story now.
okay.
Oh my god. So when I was in the hospital, we had two people in the room, you know, and this girl, it was during Christmas, and she was telling me, so she had her eye removed. I was there, and just like, it was just drapes, you know, so I heard everything the doctor was saying, and I felt like it was so intrusive, you know, and the doctor came in and said that they took her whole eye, and she was like, what? I don't have, and it was like, oh my god, it was so heartbreaking, but she was so funny about it, because she was like, she started telling me this story, and she said that like her and her family, I don't know, they were drinking on Christmas, and they got in a fight, and one of her aunts took a coffee mug and hit her in the face with it, and it shattered in her eye. Yeah, and then the aunt came and visited her. I don't know, that's some real loyalty right there, because if you took my eye
I would not be
she said-
visiting at the hospital, I don't think. I would be
And then-
scared.
And then she said, well, I only have to be in here a couple days. I'm gonna go get a cute eye patch, and I'm gonna be outside.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
girl.
Oh no. Renee said, my week has sucked. 2 nurses quit. We have 13 patients tomorrow with 2 nurses. We need to send all the energy and love and good vibes to Renee for tomorrow, girl. That is, you know what? Nurses be doing the most. I swear. The nurses at my work do so much. Like, they do everything from like IVs to laundry to like getting everything ready. Like, there's just so much stuff.
Enema.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All the meds.
stuff.
Yeah, that is super crazy. So Renee, we are sending you all the good vibes tomorrow.
And the patients, all the patients. I'm sure you have patients of the same, because that is definitely a difficult job. Props to you, and you're underpaid.
Absolutely.
For what you do for people and put up with.
Hey Puka Vista, thank you for coming. She said Chat GPT for the win. Yes. I still haven't really figured the whole thing out.
Really? All you do is ask
Yeah.
questions. And it just
Well, I
comes
know
up-
that,
you
but
could have a whole business plan with it. I mean, like, it's
I'm too
seriously,
cheap
it's
to like
insane.
to make an account. I've never made a Chat GPT
It's
account
free.
though.
It's
Oh, it
free,
is?
girl. You can
Oh.
make an account and have like more extensive stuff. Like, you can only like do 3 pictures a day. But like if you buy it, then you have a lot more and it has more like detailed answers. But the free version is fine too.
Yeah. Meredith said she's a nurse and she has some crazy stories from her ER days. We want to
I
hear them,
bet.
Meredith. Oh yeah. My stepmom was a nurse on overnights for 35 years. She was an angel.
How did he do that?
Dude, like double whammy there because nurses, like I said, be doing the most and they're just so good at well, most of them are really good at everything that they do, you know. But overnights, that's a whole nother thing, you guys. That's like I worked at a hotel and I did night audit and I just could not. I was early in my recovery and it wasn't necessarily that it made me want to relapse because I was already at a point in my recovery where like that just wasn't an option. I wasn't trying to run from my problems anymore. And so it just wasn't as appealing, but I could never adjust to overnights. I don't know if anyone else in the chat has worked like graveyards or overnight shifts, but
you got to be mentally strong for that.
Yeah,
and then to sleep during the day and change your whole,
Oh, Meredith said she loves night shift.
See, I'm a morning person. I've never been like a night person. I like to be in bed early.
Me too.
Wake up at 5, 6 a.m., start my day.
Yeah.
Hey, if Laura is still in the chat, Laura, tell us what time it is so we know the time difference.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure out what our time difference is.
We got to make sure that we're looking at it right. Endoscopy. No, definitely some interesting stories. Yeah, I bet.
Okay, what is endoscopy? I imagine that being like a camera, like a
Yeah.
I don't know why. I imagine it's like a camera that they look. You guys are teaching us everything today. Oh, let's see. So for anybody that has popped in a little late or anything, we are just checking in with everybody tonight. We just want to know how you guys are doing. How's your week been? Let's hear some wins, some losses, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're here for that.
It's
like colonoscopies. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to say it, you know. Oh my God.
Wait, what? What?
From a freak, she said. She was so offended.
Oh my
She said, who the fuck? I love from a freak. She's mad as hell about
Yes.
that.
That is a medical diagnosis, I'm pretty sure. That is funny. I actually recently on Facebook saw a meme and this totally made me think of that. It said, dear patient, nothing ever goes in your butt by accident. Sincerely, the ER staff. And I just thought that was so funny. Okay, Laura says 7-8 hours away. It's 1:44 a.m. right now.
So what? It's
emailing you a large window.
What, 7 at your house almost?
Yeah.
So it's a 7-hour difference from me and a 6-hour difference from you.
No. Meredith said someone came in with a racquetball.
I want to know how that happened.
No way. Renee, it just keeps getting...
Renee, now you're telling stories, Renee. That's not what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Give it to the coworker she hates.
That is so funny. Yes, Diane, exactly. We just want a little friend check-in today. We just wanted to see everybody and say hello.
I'm shocked that this is how the conversation starts out. It's zucchini up the butt. I'm glad that's our opening.
Ooh. Allison said that my lady's devotional coloring book came in this week. I did the first one last night. So relaxing. I love that.
I like coloring too. It does.
I do too.
It just like calms you down, and
I love like just crafting in general. Like when Hazley wants to craft, I'm usually down. Like, but I'm talking like I want pipe cleaners. I want those little sticks that you can like color and make cool stuff out of. Like,
I gotta be prepared to clean up the mess though.
Yes.
The eyeballs. We love the eyeballs.
Oh my God. I can't get over the zucchini bread.
I know, that's so
Nurses
funny.
have dark humor.
Bartenders. If you're not a pervert and you're a bartender, you're not a bartender.
Renee, that's nonsense. You should not be quiet. We love
Yeah, no,
we
that
love
was
the
great.
stories.
That was great. I wonder if it was extra. Oh, never mind. I'll stop. Never mind.
Oh man.
Which one?
Oh,
of
let's
these
see.
are-
Here's Renee. A real
Oh, we
life
don't have our
series
names
coming
down
soon.
here.
Oh, we don't? Oh. Can I ask which of you is Mariana, which is D? I am Mariana over here.
I'm D.
I think
See, I got,
do you want
you can't see my necklace. It has my name on it. D. Just one letter.
here?
6 and I love coloring alone, but I also love coloring with my grandchildren. Oh, how old are your grandchildren, Allison?
Oops. Yes.
What's up, John?
Oh, there we go.
Welcome to the chat, my friend.
Hello, John. Thank you for coming. We're just doing a little friend check-in today. We want to know how everyone's doing. Let's see.
I got, oh God, my morning was
Yeah.
so testy. My morning was so testy. I wanted to call you and you were at work.
Oh no.
Dude,
What happened?
you know what kills me now is the lack of customer service everywhere. Like,
Yes.
I'm a pretty patient person. If you say, hey, how's it going? I'm a little busy. I'll be right with you. I'm so much more understanding than you ignoring me for 20 minutes. That grinds my gears, dude. And
Right.
it happened at 2 different places, and I was ready to lose it. I wouldn't had to go to the gym, and
Oh, burn it off.
I felt better after. Yeah, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, do not flip your lid over.
I'm the
something
same.
so small.
If I walk in somewhere and nobody greets me, I get it.
It's
Now listen,
rude.
I'm not like, if you've got people that you're serving, if you've got things going on and you don't greet me, I'm not going to be like offended. But I'm saying, like, when you walk into, like, let's just say a coffee shop and
We'll be right with you.
there's nobody around, they're not helping anybody, they're looking down at their phone, or they're like stalking and they won't even acknowledge you. Just as a person who works in customer service, it grinds my gears. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude, I don't care how busy I am. I could have an entire, like, when people walk in the door, I'm like, hey guys, I'll be with you in just a second. And then they're like, oh, okay, chilling, you know? But if you ignore somebody, it's just, mine was in the bank drive-through too. I went there twice because my bank doesn't open till 9 a.m. And I didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was 8 a.m., you know? So I went back, and every time I've gone to the drive-through the last like 5 or 6 times, I'm literally in the drive-through line with nobody in the drive-through, barely cars in the parking lot for like 15, 20 minutes. And I'm not
Oh, no.
exaggerating. And
Oh,
so
no.
after they didn't greet me, I've been there for 17 minutes. So I went through and went inside, and they had 3 tellers and 2 people and I'm like, what are you guys doing, dude? I'm like, 1 time, chill. 2 time, chill. But like 5, oh my God, I get so irritated. My bank used to be so on top of it. It takes me an hour and a half
Yes.
to go pay my rent.
Yeah, that is super frustrating. I like Diane said, because she was responding to Allison, but I've done adult coloring books with colored pencils for several years. I call it art therapy. I love that because me and Dee have talked about a lot, like in our own recovery. We like AA and NA were never a very big thing for us. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying that it's not a good program by any means. I think it's helped a lot of people. It's just that for me in my recovery, it didn't fit. And that's okay. And so I found other ways to feed that piece of me, you know what I mean? And to find accountability. Exactly. And I know a big thing for UD is going to the gym. It will be for me too, as soon as I get back. I used to be pretty good.
Back from where?
I've
Go
been
back to the gym.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in
but-
the habit because I slack off too. I am not, there's people in the gym. I'd be feeling pretty good about myself. Then I go in the gym and see the girls that are there 24/7, and I'm like, don't.
Right. Just don't do it. John said that he's been plasma cutting steel all day. I'm exhausted, but good to see you girls. Say hi to Hazley and Casper. I sure will, John. Thank you so much. Plasma cutting. That sounds crazy. Is it like dangerous at all to do that? Do you have to, is it like, I guess I don't, plasma cutting. I imagine it's like metal work.
That welding?
Like welding kind of. Yeah. Is that the same thing? Let's see. I hate when people ignore me with regard to customer service. Heck, I greet the other people so they know I'm there. Also,
Yeah.
I'm in a wheelchair / have a cane and I need help. So finding that can be tough. Oh man. I don't
And
know.
people
I
don't know. I'm
I know,
the first
I'm
one
like-
to jump up and be like, dude,
Same.
you bought that?
same.
It's just
same.
it's just common courtesy. It's just like
It is.
naturally installed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it's
And
it's
I just-
weird, but
Sorry. I make it a habit to like, I don't know, it's like me practicing trusting my instincts. If I don't like give the people on the side of the road like begging for money. I just don't. It's not I have other ways to give back to the community and help in different ways. I just don't normally do that, but occasionally I will feel drawn to do it. In my heart, I'm just like, you know what? I feel like I should give this guy $20 or 10 or whatever. I don't typically have a lot of cash on me, but when you feel that feeling, just do it. Just do it, or when you're thinking about, your friend has popped up in your head 2 or 3 times, or you just randomly start thinking of them, make a habit of just reaching out. I've found more often than not that when I do, people will be like, wow, I not necessarily that they needed it, but like, wow, I was just thinking about you, and then we end up having a great conversation. So the Oh, okay. I'm feeling the urge to paint oil on a large canvas. Undergrad was art, grad animation. That's super cool. I've always been really interested in that. Sam is like a really good artist. He can quite honestly draw just about anything, I think. And I really like watching him do it. Yeah, I think he hates it. He really hates when I watch him do anything. He's like, stop looking at me. I'm like, but I love you.
girl, I'm just admiring what you're doing right now.
Yeah. But I could never get like, how people would do like the bubble letters, but then they would do the little shading on the like where you do the upper and I could never figure that out. Like where you're like
I'm
where the
not
shadows go, I
artistic.
guess.
In that
I'm
aspect.
not-
Now I can do like we're good at color theory. We did hair, I'm good at
Mhm.
I'm artistic in different types of ways, but drawing and coloring are just like, well, yeah, I could color in the lines.
Yeah, exactly. Holly
Holly,
Grace
good
said good morning. Oh,
Good night.
good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Renee says customer service sucks these days. I have family experience with felons, mental illness, and substance abuse. Those are my people. I agree, Renee. I definitely I feel more comfortable around I don't want to say those kinds of people because I don't want to like put them into a group like it's something bad, but I just have a heart for it. I understand it. I've seen it from a bunch of different angles. And I have an appreciation for those people, I guess I should say, because they're real. You know what I mean? They're even if it's not always like the greatest and they have, we all have ups and downs and all that. I do think that they can be very genuine as well. I do. I feel more comfortable around people like that than not. But that's just because that's where I was raised,
Mhm. Well, and it's more of they have an understanding for other things in life too. There's a lot of like judgment when you haven't experienced that or haven't grown up around it or haven't dealt with it firsthand, But like the people that have an understanding for just about everything in this world is just more comforting.
Yeah. So, John, if you're still in here, Laura May said, "Hey, John, I seen you ripping the theme song on Casper's show. What kind of guitar was it? I thought it was like an ESP, an Ibanez, or a Jackson, but I didn't recognize the headstock. What was it?" Laura May needs to know, John. Oh, let's see. Here, he answered. Laura May. It's a golden. Is that how you say it? Golden? Parts made Quebec, where I'm from. Wow. I don't know what any of that means, guys. My husband would. He's probably rolling his eyes at me in the other room right now. The other day, this is like my toxic trait, guys. I can memorize like the song lyrics to basically any song. I know a ton of song lyrics. But the other day, like this guy came on TV and I was like, I asked my husband, I was like, who is that? I'm like, I know that he's famous, but like, who is it? And he was like, you're screwing with me right now, right? I'm like, no, I know that he's a famous guy. I know that he's played in a bunch of movies. Who is it? He's like, it's Brad Pitt. I'm like,
what? Mariana.
I'm so bad with faces. I don't like keep up with the Kardashians and stuff, guys. I really don't. I don't watch a lot of like mainstream TV. I'm just really bad with famous people names. I know Adam Sandler. I know David Bowie.
Yeah. I'm just surprised it was Brad Pitt. That's crazy. Live in Quebec, it's so beautiful. I need to watch that episode and watch Don't Play.
Yes. Puka says, love your tattoos, obsessed with your work. Thank
you. Actually, Sam did some of my work.
Yes. We both have work from Sam, for sure. I have pictures of Dee getting work from Sam. It's always fun. I do love, like, you know, when he's in the tattoo shop, and I'm friends with a lot of his clients. We both are, but so, you know, I'll go in and hang out occasionally with them and just get to kind of chill, and it's a really good time. I really enjoy that. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the comments.
Renee, I am a bartender. I work in a gaming bar downtown Vegas, and then I also work on the strip at like a upscale Mexican steakhouse. So I bartend. I did hair for a long time. I had my own business in Montana, and then when I moved here, I kind of started to do like more of a local bar so I could meet more people and network that way. But then I kind of got out of the hair industry, and I'm like, I don't know. I love doing hair, but I stepped out of it. It's more of a hobby for me. I'll do my friend's hair and my hair and things like that.
Same.
But
that was the best. That was like the happiest job I've ever had in my life. Me and Dee and our friend Daylene, Felicia. Who am I forgetting anybody? I don't want to not say someone and then have them be mad at us. I don't think so. I don't think anyone else worked. Yeah, it was so much fun. I literally got to go to work every day with my best friends, and then one by one we all kind of left, and then the salon got a little drama-y for me. You know, so yeah, I ended up it's hard, guys. It's hard
too. The beauty industry is really hard to find good places to be. It just is. Even I worked at a punk rock salon here in Vegas, and the owner was a male, and he was probably the cattiest man I've ever met in my life. He would trash talk his client. I couldn't work under him. Yeah, I had a girl pour out to me one time, and in front of the whole salon, he was like, "What baby daddy drama?" And I'm like, why would you do that? Your clients feel safe here and they're comfortable with you. Why would you talk shit about them? They pay you, they pay your bills. Like, right. That's just so weird for me.
Puka Vista said she had a nightmare about the Kardashians last week. I'm curious now. I'm like, I could imagine a nightmare about the Kardashians going so many different ways.
Do you know what I have really weird dreams about? Is the robots. The robots.
Oh yeah,
freak me out.
Allison said she had a friend whose child's name was Daylene. Was her last name Sullivan? No, it was not. God, I love her. So she's like one of my other very best friends. And it would almost be weird. I just want to show you guys a picture of her. She's so beautiful, you guys. She's so pretty, and she just
she's badass.
It's not even just that she's like physically beautiful, because she's very physically beautiful. It's her energy. She's just filled with so much love.
Hippie love. She's so genuine. She means what she says. And she does hooping. Have you ever seen like hoops where they toss the hoops and dance with the hoops? She does it so beautifully and gracefully. She's
what?
We love her.
I could almost guarantee you guys, if you guys were interested enough in it for us to do it, I could do we could do like a live with her. It's so cool to watch. I don't know if you guys have ever seen people like do the fun stuff with hoops, but it's really cool. She did like a little class here in Billings for a while where people could come and pay and learn how to do like different hoop moves and stuff. It was super fun. Tamber June said, my mom went through so much, and in my family, there was a lot of addiction and past psych troubles. So I am here for everyone because you never know when you'll be the person to turn things around.
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree 1,000%. I think that I've said this before on our lives, but I've always had this like vision of like when you pass on and you go to heaven. Like, I just have this vision of like, what if every person that you ever had an impact on, like whether it was just like you smiled at them and it made them feel better that day, or but people that like you made a difference for were all there just like waiting for you, or like then like I just imagine what that would be like. And I kind of
Or
try
you
to
get to see their
operate
faces when it's your last like moment, you know,
right,
like all
right.
flashes to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think that that's so beautiful. I want to make people feel good. I don't want to make them feel bad. And even if they're not doing good things, you know, I'm just like, well, is it really affecting like me? Do I need to say something about it? You know, those are two big questions to ask yourself. But if you're not, you and no one else is in direct danger and it really doesn't involve you, then you can just let it go. You know what I mean? You don't have to hold on to all that stuff that weighs you down. Oh, okay. Allison said that her niece does hoops, or at least she used to before her daughter was born. Not sure if she does it now. Yeah, it's so fun to watch. I truly enjoy it. She has like these LED hoops too, so she'll like hoop at night and it makes all these like trippy shapes. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. John or Renee said, John, you're in Canada. I'm sure you have all the gear. I live in Texas. Guitars are cool. My
John,
mom
what
plays.
t-shirt does John have a clothing line or what?
No, he so Sam played or I don't know actually, because she said that she saw a video of him playing Sam's intro on the guitar. I don't know if I've seen that yet,
No,
John.
he's
I'll have to look.
To give you my t-shirt.
Oh.
John, what you got a clothing line? And thank you.
Oh, I see. I
It
see.
was
I
good
see.
to share that with you guys. And I don't have a TV. Holly Grace, you don't have a TV?
That's awesome. You know what, you guys?
That's wild.
I love that.
TV. I love reality TV.
Love that. I can't watch too much TV. I'll go through periods, like especially like in the winter in Montana, it's miserable, you guys. Seasonal depression is real. I don't know where everyone in here is from, but do you guys have winter? Like, do you guys have like snow? Like,
You guys
oh
have
God,
all four like seasons.
yeah, all
Is
4
it-
seasons. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. We're currently experiencing about 2 at a time here in Montana. We're somewhere between winter and spring.
Oh,
It
it
was
was so
literally-
bipolar. Dude, I literally wanted to like 7 months out of it. Seriously, not having sunshine and like being able to go out and do stuff. That's like a big reason of why I left Montana too. And everyone's like, "Go just come back." I'm like, I cannot do the winters. I cannot.
Yeah.
I went from one extreme to the next because summer you have to stay inside here because it's so brutally hot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Mhm.
Puka Vista said that she lives in Michigan. I'm pretty sure that Michigan has all 4 seasons because I guess it depends on where you live. I don't know. But my husband's father lives there. And he has some friends that live over there, and I know that they have winter. Holly, oh, next one. God, when these comments move, it like clicks the next one down. She said she lives in the UK. We have the rain. Gosh, I've always
love
wondered what it
rain.
would be like to just not live in America. I really do. I think about it a lot. Like,
Food
save
is
us.
way yeah.
Save
I always
us.
think about the food and like the regulations with food and the FDA and stuff in other countries and what we get here in America. It's
Diane said, Mariana, are you familiar with the book, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven? It really made me think about how you can impact others' lives and not know it. No, I haven't, but I'm going to put a note in my phone. I've been looking for some new books to read. Like I said, I've been really sick of TV. It's starting to get nice out, and once it's like nice enough to like, I like to go sit up on the rims. They're like these rocks that surround Billings, and you can like see all the city from them. I like to go up there and go for walks and go read, and I love being outdoors in the summertime. See the 5 people you meet in heaven. Okay, I have that one saved. See, John said you should see the winter here, girls. I wear dark to bed. Okay, so John, I grew up in Kalispell, and Kalispell, I believe, is like 30 or 40 minutes from the Canadian border. I don't know how far away you are from that, but yeah, winters in Kalispell sucked bad because it's in a valley. And so all the clouds come over and just stay down in the valley. And I'm not joking, you guys. Sometimes you won't see sunshine for like weeks. It's crazy because of the inversions. It's really kind of scary, to be honest, because the seasonal depression is just seasonal depressioning there. Let's see. We grew up with VHS, but not TV. We can drive to snow near LA. I wish we have all of the seasons. I don't know. I'm pretty happy. Like, I wish that it was just like summer and fall all the time. Like, we'll just flip flop between the two.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
if
when
it
you
would just
haven't
snow in the mountains.
experienced it, yeah, it's different if you've lived in it your whole, you know what I mean? Your whole life.
Okay, Diane said that in northern Utah, there's definitely 4 seasons. Leave that. Luca said hot and cold. Henry's World today. I don't know. There's a lot of new people in here, so I just want to say thank you everyone so much for being here. We really appreciate your support. And just in case you missed it in the beginning, we just are doing a little check-in with everybody today. We want to know how you're doing and just give a space for everyone to chat and say hi, and put any wins you've had in the chat, and we'll talk about it. Or any sad or losses that you've had, and we can talk about that too. Okay. Allison said, I'm in Florida. We don't have winter the way you guys do, so the weather isn't depressing, but the short end sunlight time in the winter depresses me every year. Oh yeah. Could like the daylight savings, I think. Yeah, a lot of people in Montana, they retire and they go between Montana and Florida in the winter and summer. All right, let's see. Renee said, I'm 2nd generation Swedish and absolutely have no melanin. I get super depressed when the time changes and it gets darker. I know, me too. I've heard mixed reviews on if tanning is like, I feel like it does help in the winter for me. In the summer, I'm just outside so much that I really don't go tan in tanning booths, except for when I worked in the salon and I had free tanning, basically. Then it was out of control, guys. Barbara said that she's in South Carolina, but live in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So you've seen both. That's awesome. Do you guys prefer the winter or the summer? Let's do 1s for winter and 2s for summer. I want to see. Oh, let's see. Allison said, I'm a summer chick. I'm always better once the daylight starts to lengthen again. I agree. I'm the same way. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read through these comments here. Laura, I hear you, Marianne. I'm in Scotland. We get 4 seasons in a day. I think it's a beautiful thing, though. I agree. It was literally like 60 degrees 4 days ago, and it snowed last night. It was just like, but it was wet snow. It's not it's like kind of, it'll all be gone by tomorrow. It was just, the high was only like 35 today, I think. So it didn't really warm up enough. Okay, so we've got So far, 1-1 and 1-2. So we're tied at this point, I think. Okay, we've got fall. I love fall too. Fall is one of my favorites. Okay, we've got another one. I'm a night owl. Tamber said, I'm a night owl, so I love when it's dark out early because I love looking at the stars. I'm really feeling like a burden lately. I talked to my therapist about it today. I need lots of physical help. Oh, that can be really hard. I worked as a CNA for a while. And really what led me to that job was I had my ex-husband, his uncle was special needs. He had seizures when he was younger. And back then they used to do like they would shock your brain, and they did it too much. I think I don't really know exactly what happened. That's what the family told me. And it gave him like mental issues. And so he had to have more care than most people. And when I moved in with my ex-mother-in-law when I was 18, so he took seizure meds, and he would have to take them every morning, obviously. Sorry, guys, I got distracted for a second. Dee was messaging me. And he started puking up his medications. And so I let my mother-in-law know, because she worked in a deli. She'd go to work like at 3 a.m. It was crazy. And I let her know, I'm like, hey, Warren is puking up his medications. I think we need to get him seen. So we took him into the doctor and found out that he actually had stage 4 esophagus cancer. And it was really hard. Like, I really loved that man. He was so sweet. I'll always remember, it didn't matter what I looked like in the morning. I could walk out with my hair sticking straight out in just the ugliest outfit you've ever seen. He'd be like, you look mighty beautiful today. Every time. It was so sweet. But I will say that caring for him was I will treasure that. I feel like it was a blessing for me to get to care for him in that time. And it was a lot of work sometimes. That can be true, especially when you have physical needs that need to be met. But you know what? You really shouldn't feel like a burden. It's not like, you're asking for unreasonable things. It's definitely hard to be in a vulnerable position like that. So, just sending you all the love and healing, Tamber. And if you ever want to reach out, our email is bbb.m.d7@gmail.com. So yeah, just reach out, you guys, if you ever are feeling like you need some support or anything like that. Laura says we don't get much snow this year at all. We didn't for a while here in Montana, and then we just did. It just blew up. There was so much snow everywhere. I think Dee's gonna hop off tonight. For now, guys, Rowan was needing her attention. So as long as you're cool with it, we'll just hang here for a little bit. Let's see. Oh, Diane said, this is the first time I've seen your kitty. Does Sam not let the kitty in when he live streams? No, he always is trying to get her to come in, and she just doesn't really come in here. I did shut the door, or someone did. I think my husband might have done it for me, and she was in here. But no, she just gets to wander around. She's the coolest cat, you guys. When me and Sam first met, he was like, I don't like cats, but dude, I love your cat. Your cat is so cool. And now it's his cat. So Barbara said, loved winter and snow in my youth. Now prefer the warmth. I agree. I have so many good memories, like sledding and, building snowmen and all that stuff. And that's the beautiful thing about having kids. Once I had my daughter, I really started enjoying some of those things more. Christmas, birthdays, like all those things that I kind of had let go of, because I just, I don't know. I think that for me, it held a lot of kind of sad memories of my family, in my younger years. It had a lot of division and misunderstanding. And I had a lot of big feelings that I didn't understand yet either. And so, until I had my daughter, I just, didn't really enjoy the holidays as much as I do now. Now I can't wait. I think I'm more but I'm the worst gift giver. I'll give it to you right away. I cannot wait. That just doesn't happen. Henry's World today said summer. I love summer, but it's a real close fall for me too. I don't know if I can pick between the two. If it would just snow in the mountains and like not on the roads and like I was in two major accidents when I was young in the snow. Once the first one we were on the highway leaving Spokane and we hit black ice and the car like spun 6 times and I had my MP3 player in. It was like one of those the old ones before iPods or any of it. It's basically like the first one they had after like the CD players that like the Walkman ones, not like the old school Walkman, but and I looked up and I just saw the headlights of the car that was supposed to be behind us. So I just wasn't expecting it. I didn't know what was going on. And then the car like splatted the side of a guardrail and it like spliced out into swirls and like slashed our tire. And I probably couldn't have been much older than 9, 10, I think. And it just really traumatized me. My mom used to have to give me Dramamine to get me in the car for like, I could drive in town, okay. But I would have full-blown panic attacks on the highway up into God. I mean, I still do. Ask my husband. He does not like, sometimes he just lets me drive because he can't stand me when he's driving. So Laura May said, Laura, okay, she said, thanks for that. I have a Barbie card for her and a doll with outfits and some arts and crafts, stickers and candy. I just feel frozen as to what to do. Thanks, darling. I'm not sure if you were responding to somebody else or if you said that to us, Laura. Renee, I hate Christmas. Always a time for drinking and violence when I was a kid. Yeah, Renee, I kind of had similar experiences to that. You know, a narcissist will always find a way to make something about themselves. And it just was never really a good experience for me. So I really quit enjoying it for a long time until I had Hazley. Holly says, I love spring and summer. I'm not too far from the sea, so it encourages me to get out. And I'm kind of afraid of the ocean, guys. I've actually only ever been to the ocean once. And the first time I saw a palm tree was when we moved Dee to Vegas. Me and Sam drove a U-Haul down to Vegas and then flew back home. And that was the first time I'd ever seen a palm tree. I think I was 26, probably. Let's see. Tamber said, my family was similarly separated in my younger years, so little things like snow would perk me up. I have a big family now and am so blessed. Unconditional love is amazing. That Rex sounds scary. It definitely was, Tamber, but I've definitely learned how to manage it better now. And that is super helpful because it was hard for a long time to even get in the car. But I've done a lot of therapy and just like, you know, learning to self-soothe and like, I don't know. It's like when you go to the grocery store and start having a panic attack and have to convince your body that it's not being chased by a lion. It's just not always super fun. And then Tamber, I also wanted to say, with your family being separated in the younger years, so the little things would perk you up. I agree. I still to this day, I find joy in the little things and I have no shame for that. I do. I try and think of, lately I've been doing a gratitude exercise with Sam and I just have been texting him. Well, actually, you guys, I haven't been very good at doing it. I've not consistently, but every other day, I would say maybe. I've been trying to send him 3 things I'm grateful for every morning, just to get myself in like a grateful mindset at the beginning of the day. Cause you know, things can be hard. But sometimes we forget how lucky we really are. Like I've definitely been in worse situations in my life. And so just like being grateful for the things that you can be grateful for, you know? Let's see. Allison said, actual text from 8 years ago. Hubby sends pics of a tiny kitten in a box lined with a towel. Me, Are we rescuing cats now? Hubby, bad idea, question mark. Me, well, you hate cats. So there's that. She's his baby. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. My aunt and her partner were the same way. Like my aunt wanted a cat so bad, and her partner just did not. And finally they got it. And her partner is like the cat's baby now. It's funny how that happens. And John, I will let Sam. John read your text. All right. Oh, okay. Laura May said that was towards timbre. Okay, I thought so. I was like, I'm trying to keep up with you guys in the chats. It's hard. I similarly to Sam, I don't love the dead space. I try and kind of keep the topic moving for you guys. Let's see. Diane said, I love Christmas for my grandkiddos. Grandma Diane goes overboard. I don't need anything for me, but it gives me great joy watching them. I agree. It's just beautiful. I don't know. Something about raising my daughter. I just like in all those little aha moments, and just like even sometimes she'll just be like independently playing, doing her little arts and crafts, and just like being her own little person. And it just makes my heart so happy and so full. Kids really bring a different kind of like magic to life, I would say. They're also expensive, so there's that. Let's see. I'm looking for advice as to how to get my daughter's birthday gifts and cards to her, or if they'll just sit here going dusty. Oh man. How to get my daughter's birthday cards and gifts to her? Does she not live? Like, can you send them in the mail? Is that an option? Holly said, we have palm trees where I live in the UK. Happy place. My happy place is the sea. Oh gosh, I think that it would be I don't know. I love the ocean. I went once and collected seashells. I'm scared though of like the stingrays and sharks, and I don't know. I just feel like there's so much stuff that can go wrong in the ocean. Oh, I see, Laura May. I see. I'm understanding the comment now. I'm completely I'm sorry. I was spaced out for a minute. Yes. So also, yes, D texted or emailed you. So I'm gonna check in on that after the show too. And I think that we're scheduling something for Thursday. Let's see. Renee said, I'm sorry if this has been addressed. Where were you raised? I was raised in Kalispell for most of my life. I was born in Spokane, and I lived there until I was 2. And then my parents separated, and my mom moved back to Montana with my grandparents. And my father stayed in Spokane, but I went back. Like I think the schedule, it was weird. Like we'd do like every other Thanksgiving and then every other Christmas. Like my parents would kind of flip flop which holidays they got me for. Sorry guys, my eye is itching. But I was mostly raised in Kalispell, and I moved around a lot though. I went to a lot of different schools in Kalispell, and then I moved to Billings. I moved to Columbus, Montana. Just kind of basically all over Montana after about 16, I would say. No. Well, the first time I moved, I was in 7th grade. So I'd say about since 12. Do you play music, Mariana, or tried tattooing? I don't play music. I like to sing music in the car. I've never made any music. My mom has been learning to play the bass guitar. I always wanted to learn to play the violin. That was always like a dream of mine. I always just thought it was such a beautiful instrument. And no, I've never tried tattooing, but Sam, I think, has said that he'll let me give him a tattoo. I don't know if he's joking or not, but Jellycats, hello. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. We're just doing a little check-in tonight. Just want to see how everyone's doing, see how everything's going. So Laura May said that her daughter's with her father. I've not seen her in months, since July or August. I keep imagining going to his house or the nursery with gifts, but getting in legal crap. It's just stuff on my mind, to be honest. Yes, Laura May, let it out. We love you, girl. We support you. And we just love you. Sending you all the love and support right now. Let's see. Anne said, I miss the ocean. I can get close to it, but I'm not able to go in it. I'm in a wheelchair and the sand is not my friend. Anne, like, I want to come give you a piggyback ride. I'll take you. Like, we need to get Anne from Massachusetts to the ocean. She needs to have her toes in the sand, guys. Oh, Laura May said, I will still wrap everything and write a card. She'll get it one day, I guess. Laura May, I agree. And you know what? I just feel like at the end of the day, it's hard. It's hard because your kiddo is still so little. Your kids will find out who it is, and they will come seek the truth. You know, kids, especially in my experience, I was a truth-seeking kid, you guys. And I've always kind of been an old soul, and it took me a long time to understand what that meant. But it can be hard to be an old soul at a young age because you think you know everything. It took me a while to figure out that I, in fact, did not know everything. But Laura May, you know, I do believe that children will seek the truth. And I'm just hoping that you get to see your daughter long before that happens. I've been praying for you every day. Let's see. Amber said Spokane Airport was a stop every time we flew up to family to visit in Walla Walla. I love Walla Walla. My dad had some friends up there and I really loved visiting that area. Yeah, Spokane. I love Spokane. I would never want to live there. I would not. I still have family that lives there. I would definitely not want to live in Spokane, but it's a really fun place to visit. As a kid, my favorite place there, I don't know if you ever went there, Tamber, but it was a laser tag. And it was like this giant, it was like a maze, and you would wear these vests, and then they had the guns, and then the vest would somehow register that you got shot. And then there was like a scoreboard. It was so much fun. We totally enjoyed that as kids. Yeah. Laura May said heart alchemy. Absolutely. You know what? I feel like all of our spirits are connected in different ways. Like there's been so many times where I've reached out to somebody, or a crazy experience. My godmother, she loves crows. It's just a thing she has. She really loves them. And every time I'm out traveling, she always worries about me when I travel. Every time I'm out traveling, at some point in my trip, a crow will just come and like, right. And I know that crows are like common to see, you guys, but I'm telling you, it's like the specific thing. It like flies with me for a minute and then it dips, it says bye. And I just feel like that's like her checking on me every time. I don't know. It's just one of those feelings I have that I trust, you know? So I do believe that, that our souls still have contact, you know? And yeah. Some public beaches have long wheelchair mats across the sand, and some even go into the water. Wow, that would be fantastic. That's such a great idea. Holly said, Laura May, she will find out how much you cared for her in many ways. I agree, Holly. I agree so much. Aww. Henry's World today said, after my kids grew up, I had the same dream over and over where they would come up to me and put their hands up for me to pick them up. That's so sweet. My daughter's getting to that age. I read this post once and it was like, just think about it. Like your parents picked you up one day and put you down and then they never picked you up again. And it's true. I don't know when that happened for me. I don't know if you guys can remember the last time your parents picked you up, but my daughter's getting to that age where she's 6 and I'm like, gosh, there's going to be a time coming in the next probably few years where it's like, I probably won't pick her up again. I'll always hold her and snuggle her and love her. But guys, my back is starting to have some back problems. Like I can't carry around a 6-year-old. Tamara said, I've been an old soul as a kid and I hung out with seniors. Also, I miss the beach as well because of my chair. The Washington trips were fun every summer. I'm glad my grandparents brought us there. Yeah, I've always had a blast there. I love the gondola that goes over the dam too. I've always really liked that. Oh, Tamber, I need to know if you've ever been to the Manitou Park. Has this giant garden. And then they have an indoor one and they have these like oranges and all this cool exotic stuff growing in there. And then right across the road, there's the Japanese gardens. Those are two of my favorite places in Spokane to visit. The Japanese gardens are just beautiful. It's so I'm actually planning a trip there this summer and I really want to go see them. What? Laura May said that her mom could have a wild crow tamed. I need to know. I've always it's funny in Spokane down at Riverfront Park, there's a big dam and there's all these marmots that like the people feed, so they come up to that area and they like to hang out. And when I was little, my dad would like get us food to go feed them, and I would like sit down on the ground and one crawled up in my lap one day and I was kind of scared, but honestly, I really felt like Snow White. I've never forgotten it. I've always thought Snow White was the coolest. Like, what if you could talk to animals? I bet animals have some cool stuff to say, you guys. If my cat could talk, she'd probably really just be really sassy. That's my guess, because she's pretty sassy. John said he's the only guy in here tonight. That's an honor. We are honored too, John. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Oh, Laura May said, I used to pretend to fall asleep in the car, so my stepfather had to lift me over his shoulder. I had one eye open and a big smile. I was way too big. I did the same thing. That's funny. My auntie used to, I do remember that. I remember the last time she took me to bed. And I did the same thing because I just liked it. I don't know. I think it's just something about being a kid and being cared for and I don't know, something about your parents or just people holding you. It feels good. Even as an adult, ask my husband. I make him hold me all the time. He'll be sitting next to me, like I'll be sitting in the bed and he sits in a chair next to me a lot because of his back pain. And I'll just like put my hand on his elbow and he'll be like like that to me. And I'm like, let me touch you. I just need to have physical contact. It's fine. Let it happen. He usually does, but I usually get a face for it. Let's see. Tamber said, in Spokane, we saw the dam while on a layover for a weekend, paid for by the airline. Love your shirt. Animal communicators are a thing. Also, we'll have to see the Japanese gardens next time. Yes, Tamber, it's beautiful. My brother had his senior pictures taken there, and man, one of these days I'll have Sam show me how to. Actually, you know what? I think I do know how. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures for you guys really quick of the Japanese gardens. Okay. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Hang with me here, guys. Okay, let's see if I can make these big. Okay, here we go. Like this little bridge thing you can go over. And there's like these little stepping stones too that you can walk over the river at one point. Yep, Spokane. That's kind of an outer view of it. I just love the colors in there, you guys. It's just gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna quit doing that so that I can see what's going on in this chat here. Russ, hello, have your husband give me a call. He never has or uses his dang phone. Russ, you know what? I'm on your side on this one. I yell at him all the time. I swear to you. I told him one time, I was like, if I like got in an accident, I couldn't even call you because, and it's not even that he ignores me. If he sees that I'm calling, he will absolutely pick it up. It's just, you guys, I swear, if it was in here, I'd show you. I can almost guarantee you that he has over 500 text messages on his phone right now that are unread. He gets so many messages. There's so many people with his number just from tattooing and all that. But Russ, I will let him know. I'll make him call you when I get off the live, I promise. Laura said, that's my mummy in the picture I'm using. She was a healer, an Oculus, spiritual, wise, shamanic woman. She passed suddenly when I was 22. She was only 52. Isn't she stunning? Laura, she is. And something interesting correlation here. Let me think. I think I was either 22 or 23 when my dad passed. And he was in his mid 40s when he passed. So just kind of similarly aged. That was hard to lose my dad so young for me and so young for him. Because he passed. I mean, I was in recovery. I was doing good. But I'd only been clean for about a year, 2 years. And I hadn't done a lot of healing yet. I mean, I was still making good choices and everything, but there's a lot of conversations I wish that I could have with him now, just being the woman that I am today. Oh, look, John has a buddy now. Now we have 2 guys in here. We have John and Russ. So thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Tamber said, oh, I'm like Sam that way with the touching of my partner. It's like you is like you. He loves the physical touch, but sometimes it's tough for me. But sometimes I crave it as well. And those times are nice. I agree. Sometimes when I'm like, I'll have like, I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to emotionally regulate with ADHD. That's kind of a thing. And sometimes something will kind of set me off and I just can't calm myself down. And I try my best not to I don't yell or scream or not always, or anything. Last time it happened, I lost my ever loving mind because I couldn't get into the Montana, eBiz website to renew my cosmetology license. And it just was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I had to go for a drive because I just could not hang. So, oh, Laura May said grief is a huge lesson. I agree very much. Let's see. Russ said, I told him, why carry a phone if he never answers it? LOL, thank you. I know he's busy, but I don't want to trade make secrets. LOL. Yes, Russ, I got you. It's almost alarming the amount of people that will get a hold of me to try and get a hold of him. They'll be like, he won't answer his phone. I'm like, I know. Yell at him about it. Yeah, Jellycat said, what happened with Dolly? I was curious too, because Puka Vista said, I feel sad for our Dolly today. I'm curious if something happened. Oh, her husband just passed. Oh no, prayers for Dolly. I think Sam might have talked about that. I don't know. Amber June said we are both neurodivergent too. Yeah, it's weird. So sometimes when I'm freaking out like that, he'll try and comfort me and hug me, and I'm like, get away! I can't. Don't touch me. I just get so overstimulated. And that can be hard. But yeah, he's a trooper, you guys. He always, if I need to touch his elbow, he'll let me touch his elbow. Unless there's just a rule. I can't talk to him for at least an hour in the morning. I mean, I can, but I just leave him alone because he's got to take his meds. And, it's been so much better though, since he got his back injections. He's been doing so much better in the mornings. It's great. It sucks when your loved one is in pain constantly, when they are experiencing chronic pain, especially for somebody like me and like a lot of you in the chat too, from getting to know you guys. I don't like if he's struggling with something, I want to immediately know how I can help, whether that's leaving him alone or taking on some tasks or, whatever I can do. So when it's physical, like pain and you can't just take that on for somebody, it's hard. I just want to fix it for him and I can't. So when he needs a space, I fix it that way and stay away. Russ said most grumpy old men like us are in our moods. LOL. I agree. And you know what? I try not to take it personal or get mad at him for having them because I have moods too. And we've been learning just how to communicate with each other a lot. We've been working a lot on that for the last 6 or 7 months and just trying to really put energy and effort into understanding each other better. And as our therapist says, stay here. There's going to be vortexes up here and vortexes down here. And, sometimes I'll be down here and he'll be here, but we have to try and kind of not jump down because of each other. And that can be hard sometimes. We've been doing really good. Good. Let's see. Hello, Yadra. Did I say that right? Can you let me know? Yadra. That's how I would imagine. Let's see. Glitter Ella. Hello. How are you? Let's see. Allison said, my husband is a stroke survivor, and while he's independent, there are things he can't do easily. And it's so hard to restrain myself from helping him or doing it for him. I agree. It can be really hard. I have to kind of vibe check sometimes and just ask myself, because I don't want to be in that circumstance. I could see where, you wouldn't want them to feel like they weren't competent enough to do it themselves, but as their partner and the person who loves them, you just want to help, Anne from Massachusetts said, my husband and I were both cuddlers, and since he passed, it's one of the things I miss the most. The other thing is I turned around to tell him something and then realized he's gone. Hug people. And I agree. Losing my dad so young, it's something I really think about. There was 4 years I didn't talk to my dad in my addiction, not just because of that. I was angry about some things that he said, and some other things, just family issues and stuff. And I didn't talk to him for 4 years, and I really regret that now. I feel like I missed a lot of time, but also I wasn't in our conversations wouldn't have been good. He was a Leo and I'm a Taurus, and we fought a lot. We did not see eye to eye. But he had a medical disability. He had to have both of his kidneys taken out. So he had no functioning kidneys, and he ended up having a heart attack because his phosphorus levels got too high. And yeah, I don't know. I just lost him young, and now I really think about that. I do. And I try not to hold grudges with people, and I try and let people know that I love them when I'm thinking about them. Hold on 1 second, you guys. My cat's trying to get out. Okay. Oh, my cousin's here. Hi, Chachi. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Let's see. Dory must love dogs. Grinds my gears, burns my biscuits. I've got it with. So funny expressions from different states. I love hearing different expressions. Our anesthesiologist at my job, she's from West Virginia, I think. And she always tells our patients, because we have to scooch them up in the bed, because they lay down flat for cataract surgery. So then they have to scoot up so that their head fits in this little cradle. And she always says, I need you to scooch up just a skosh. And I don't know what it is about that saying. I really like it. And for some reason, I love the word gyrate. It's just fun. It's a really fun word. Let's see. Russ said, Casper and I come from the same background in our situations and doing what we had to do. But I'm positive he loves you to the truest part of his being. And I put that on my wife, Schwinn. LOL. Russ, I was rolling the other day when you said that. Oh God, that's so funny. On my wife, Schwinn. Sometimes Sam will say on my white skin, like, I promise on my white skin. And we were on the phone with Russ and he said, on your wife, Schwinn? It just made me laugh really hard. That is super funny. And you know what, Russ, I agree. He's a really good man and I love him and I know that he loves me. And I'm very thankful for that. Chachi said he's just here to listen. Well, hello. We're just doing a little check-in. Guys, I think I am going to probably sign off here. It is so nice to see everybody in here and all the support and just thank you all. We're going to be doing a live on Thursday. I do not know the time yet. Guys, I'm going to try and get better at posting thumbnails sooner so that you guys know when to expect us to go live. We're just kind of getting into a groove. So we are going to set up, we have a few people that we'd like to interview. So I'm thinking we might start doing at least 2 interviews a month, all different kinds of topics. We have one of our guy friends who experienced just like depression, alcoholism, things like that. And we want to bring him on to talk about how that affected him. We have one of our girlfriends who she has survived 2 cancer diagnoses, had a child, and also escaped a partner in addiction as well. Through all of that, and just has so much strength. We have a lot of people that we'd like to bring on, and so we're gonna try and start doing some interviews here soon. We just got to figure out exactly how it's gonna work and work out the kinks. But you can basically expect like Thursdays and Sundays for sure. We should be on. So thank you everybody so much for coming in and for checking in with us and for giving us your time. And we will see you next week. Thank you.